Good morning. It's me, Chanel. Today's Thursday, September 26th, and I'm preparing myself to go to my appointment this morning. I'm going to see my neurologist for my condition, which is called pseudocerebri. And what that means is that there is it mimics a tumor, and that's fluid that is retained on your brain. But as I read my encouraging word for this morning, I would like to share it with you. It reads as follows: Believe for the best to happen. Hold the promise of new ideas that can lead to a whole new life. I'll read that for you one more time. Believe for the best to happen. Hold the promise of new ideas that can lead to a whole new life. I thought that was interesting because usually I don't go searching for something to read when I pick this book up. Usually when I pick it up, I kind of believe in the first page that I turn to, it's meant for me to read that page. So I kind of follow that for the day. So I'm believing for the best for this appointment. I've since I've had the stroke, I've struggled with the pseudocerebri, and in order to get the fluid off my brain, you have to get spinal taps. If you don't get the spinal taps, then you have to get what is called a shunt placed in your head. That is my next call if I don't get this under control. I've followed what the doctors have said. They said, well, maybe, if you lose some weight, maybe that will help. Well, I've done that. I've lost 115 pounds, and still I have that issue. The issue with the pseudocerebri is it causes my speech to be funny, as you can see. It causes debilitating headaches. It causes memory lapse. I take medication for it on a daily basis. Some days are great, and some days are horrific, to be honest. So I'm going into this appointment, and I'm going with a bright outlook. I've read my word, but this time I'm going to try to do something different. I'm going to take you guys along with me, and I'm going to try to show you as much as I can the process of how it goes. Of course, you know, some footage I may not be able to show, but I'm going to show you what I can. So we know the first step is waiting for transportation. So we're going to wait for transportation, and then after transportation comes, then I'll cue you guys back in, and we'll get as much footage as we can. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye. So at my neurologist appointment, and I'm just informed that I have to take what is called an optic nerve block shot. What that is they're going to take what, in my opinion, is a very large, thick needle that hurts. Um, and they're going to find the nerve in the back of my head, and they're going to inject a medication into that nerve. That they're trying to block off the sensors, to um, I guess like block the sensors to the nerve, to try to block off some of the headaches that I receive. It is this same day procedure, but it does hurt. It hurts extremely bad. Um, Unfortunately, I am awake for it, so I feel everything. So I'm really I'm not looking forward to it, but I am looking for the relief that it provides. It does take a while for the shot to kick in. Once the shot does kick in, you do begin to feel some relief. Again, this is all to help me with my condition, which is pseudocerebral tumor, which is a false tumor. That is a fluid build up in your brain. Okay, so it causes fluid to build up in your head, and again, like I said, it causes a fluid overflow. So it, if I don't gain control of this soon, my only option is to get a shunt placed in my head, which I'm working really hard to try to avoid. I don't want to get a shunt in my head. But at this point, if it's going to help me, then I'm going to have to really consider it. So I'm going to try to come back after I get the shot. I am a little woozy after I get the nerve block shot, so I may not be able to come back and talk to you guys until a little later this afternoon, because I am a little disoriented afterwards. But we'll see. Hi guys. I made it back from my neurologist appointment. Um, I'm just feeling a little exhausted. I think the week of having appointments just about each day is catching up with me. Like I mentioned, I don't, for some reason, I don't sleep well the night before. I have an appointment, and unfortunately, I've had an appointment just about every day this week. So my sleeping has been very, very poor. So far from the nerve block, I'm feeling okay. There is some soreness in that spot, which is typical. That will last a couple days. It does take a little while for the nerve block medication to actually kick in. So I'm just waiting for that to kick in. Sometimes with a little boost of caffeine, um, will help it out. So I did go ahead and I got a little small cup of Starbucks to give me a little boost in that. And again, the reason for the optic nerve block shot is to help me with my condition. The, the the reason for that condition, when I say that I have fluid, I mean the fluid comes from sometimes people body produce extra spinal fluid. That's what it is. So there's an excess in spinal fluid that builds up. So it causes those debilitating headaches. It causes eye pain, blurred speech. So those are some of the things that you exhibit when you have pseudocerebri. And like I said before, you can get it drained by spinal taps. I've had several spinal taps done, and I'm at the point now where it's time out for spinal taps, and I have to look into the possibility of getting a shunt placed in my head. I know they have like all this new modern technology and how shunts are supposed to be, foolproof now or whatever. I'm just not at that point where I'm ready for that. So I'm just trying to do everything I can to avoid that situation right now. And that's just a personal that's just a personal choice of mine right now. I'm not ready for that. But basically, with this shot, I would take the rest of the evening and just kind of lay low and relax. Just kind of chill, take it easy, and just wait for the medication to kick in, and hopefully I can start getting some relief for the headaches as soon as possible. I've already picked up my script, my medication that I take on a daily basis to try to also help control the medication. The problem is a lot of the medication that they give you for some of the headaches, depending on what type, it can make you gain a lot of weight. So you have to really watch and do your research on what they give you, and the side effects. Some of the medication can actually make you use the bathroom on yourself. For instance, the Diamox. I've used the bathroom on myself plenty of days using Diamax, and I'm not talking about urinating. It's uncontrollable. You can't control it. When you gotta go, you go. It just comes. It could be something that you eat, and all of a sudden your stomach just erupts. It just goes. I've been there, done that with a lot of medication. So the medication that I'm on now seems to be working in my favor, and it has not, thank goodness, given me any weight gain, which is a plus. So it's something that I want to keep using. At this time, I did not get an increase. We're keeping it at the same dosage, because it seems to be working. So we're just gonna just take it step by step. When you do get an optic nerve block, you have to see the neurologist more often than having to go a longer time. So I am going to have to see her in a couple more months instead of having to wait, versus waiting, further out. So I will be seeing her sooner than later. But I just wanted to thank you for coming along this journey with me. And if you have any questions, I'll try to put some information about pseudocereri in I'll try to link it down below, and I'll try to add some clips just to inform you about it, or maybe somebody that's suffering debilitating headaches, and they can't seem to get down to the bottom of it, and it could be intracranial pressure, which is high pressure in the head, which is another acronym, or another term for pseudocerebri, which is the fluid, the high fluid. So I'll try to link as much information as I can about it. And if you have any questions, please leave in the comment section. I'll try to answer what I can about it. I'm not a doctor, but I can only tell you from my experience of the things that I can only tell you from my experience of the things that I've gone through, with it, as far as the headaches, how my left eye droops, how I lose my vision in the left eye. So it's very, when you have this condition, it's very important that you stay in touch with an eye doctor, a neuro eye surgeon at that, as a specialist, because they do special eye checks, to check the pressure behind your eye, to see if there's a buildup there, because with this condition you can easily lose your eyesight, and you don't want that to happen to anyone. So thank you for coming along with me. Thank you for watching, and as usual, be good to yourself. Love yourself. Love someone else. Be good to someone else. Until next time, peace and blessings. Bye.